Bo Bichette is considered one of the best shortstops in the game right now. Son of a former baseball player, Bo has taken over the game with his incredible swing and even more incredible luscious locks of hair.
And Bo with a fly ball to right field. Bradley going back. Grand slam!
At just 25 years old, his career is filled with legendary moments and stories including horrifying injuries, superhuman feats, and ballsy draft night tales. So let's take a look at 9 surprising facts about the best shortstop, Bo Bichette. Number 9. Bichette played through a ruptured appendix. It's common for professional athletes to play through sore ankles, broken fingers, and other nagging injuries. As Shaquille O'Neal would say,
"The heat is on, pain is gone."
But we imagine that the timeless wisdom doesn't work on ruptured appendixes. You don't really hear about players toughing it out through life-threatening injuries, but that's exactly what Bo Bichette did just a month after he was drafted. Initially, Bo thought he had a simple midsection injury. It's not uncommon for baseball players to strain their abductor muscles, as they do swing with a ton of force and velocity. But that pain kept Bo up multiple nights, and yet, Bo laced up and played his mandatory games. However, each swing of the bat caused him excruciating pain, so he decided to go to the hospital to get checked out. At first, the doctors simply said that he had some kind of virus and should rest for a few days. But a week later, Bo was still in tremendous pain, so he went back to the hospital and got a CAT scan, which revealed that he had ruptured his appendix weeks ago. Surprisingly so, Bo didn't even need surgery and was only in the hospital for 2 days before he felt fine again. The nurses even referred to him as Chuck Norris because they had never seen anyone recover so quickly from a ruptured appendix as Bo. When Bo finally returned to the field after taking a month off, he went 3 for 6 with 2 doubles. This wasn't the first time Bo did some legendary, awe-inspiring things. In fact, stories about him started much earlier in life. So let's take a look at a few unbelievable moments. Number 8. Legendary stories. Great players often have a storied past full of incredible feats of athleticism, and it's no different with Bo Bichette. One famous story goes that he hit a ball beyond Lakewood's 386-foot field fence. He hit it so hard that the ball cleared the running track that surrounds the baseball field, went past a rain ditch, past another fence, and settled onto a football field some 450 feet away. That's some superhuman feat if it was true. But that's not the only story. Another one goes that Bo would purposely play shortstop behind second base, and would even tell his third baseman not to get the balls in the hole so he could make ground balls harder for himself. There was a method to the madness though. Bo did all of this so he could pull off some dramatic running plays. He's lucky he's good, otherwise he might have found himself on the bench if he messed up. His former teammates have said that basically every time they played, Bo did something magical or incredible, like even pitching in the high 80s throwing fastballs. It seems like Bo was practically made to play baseball, but if it was up to his dad, he might have ended up playing something completely different. Number 7. Pursuit to be a professional tennis player. Unlike most baseball players, Bo didn't really grow up with a bat in his hand. Instead, his dad placed a tennis racket where a baseball bat should have been. But it wasn't all for nothing. Bo is said to have had a beautiful swing, which might be true seeing that his baseball swing is something special too. Bo also had a pretty good serve, so maybe in some alternative universe, Bo Bichette would have been on his way to play at Wimbledon. And judging by his relentless work ethic and eye for details, we reckon he would have made a special tennis player too. It seems like the love for tennis hasn't left Bo either because his Twitter feed is often filled with him reacting to tennis matches. We imagine it's a good way for Bo to get his mind off baseball for a few seconds. But the most surprising part of all this is that his dad, Dante Bichette, was himself a professional baseball player and yet didn't really want his son to follow in his footsteps at first. Number 6. Bichette baseball lineage. Bo's dad, Dante, played 14 years in the majors and played for teams like the Colorado Rockies, Los Angeles Angels, Boston Red Sox, Milwaukee Brewers, and Cincinnati Reds. He is known for his time with Colorado, where he averaged 29 home runs, 39 doubles, and 118 RBI per season. In 1995, Dante led the league in hits, home runs, RBI, and slugging percentage, all of which made him runner-up for the MVP that year. Overall, Dante finished with a career of 274 home runs. Bo also has an older brother in the MLB. Dante Bichette Jr. was drafted 51st overall by the Yankees in 2011. Since then, he's had an up-and-down career playing for several MLB teams and minor league teams. And like his younger brother, Dante Jr. also has some incredibly luscious locks, and after being hounded for answers, Bo shared his secret for how he keeps his hair so luscious looking. So let's take a detour from baseball for a second and take a look at Bo's shampoo regimen. Number 5. Hair secret. There are silhouettes of athletes that immediately give away who that is. Think about the Air Jordan symbol. When it comes to Bo, his silhouette would be a batter in mid-swing with flowy shoulder-length hair.
That's Bo. How does he play with this?
When Bo was asked about his secret to his hair care, he mentioned the special ingredient is actually horse shampoo. Yes, you heard it correctly. Bo used mane and tail shampoo and conditioner that keeps his hair looking so fresh and flowy even when he's in the middle of a heated game. But let's get back to baseball again and take a look at how Bo fell in love with a game we all love. Number 4. Love for the game. Well before his dad took a job as the Colorado Rockies hitting coach, Bo was starting to fall in love with the sport of baseball. He had put down the tennis racket and picked up the baseball bat. But it was really in Denver, where he spent a summer in a major league clubhouse, that Bo became obsessive about baseball. Part of it had to do with spending time alongside big leaguers like Troy Tulowitzki, Michael Kadire, and Dexter Fowler. Bo not only fell in love with baseball, but also with the professional lifestyle of baseball players. He got a first-hand look at what it takes to make the big leagues, and one day, Rockies catcher Yorvit Torrealba told Bo they were short one player for their final hitting group for Colorado's batting practice, and asked Bo to take the last spot. That would be a life-changing moment for young Bo, as he proceeded to hit some bombs in front of the other professional players, all of whom couldn't help but be impressed by him. One reason why Bo was so successful right away was because he had a natural swinging motion, which he taught himself. Number 3, his swinging motion. When you grow up with a dad who has 274 career Major League Baseball home runs, you'd think that he'll teach all the ins and outs of how to swing a bat. But that's actually not the case with Bo and his dad. Bo has said that his father never changed a single part of his swing, that his two-strike approach is wholly unique to him, and he developed it naturally. Batting coaches have even said that Bo has some of the best hand-eye coordination and natural bat speed that they have ever seen.
He has got a ton of stuff going on at the plate, some of which I don't understand.
We wonder how much of his early tennis years impacted this, especially his hand-eye coordination, as that is vital to the sport of tennis. But it's not simply the swing of the bat that Bo has perfected. Everything from his low, wide stance to not kicking his leg, which is common for most players, plays a role in his efficient swing. And perhaps the biggest part of his swing is that Bo absolutely trusts himself to hit bombs. So, he never second-guesses it. Instead, he has slowly perfected his swing over the years, and now is a menace on the field. And that's only right, as he lives up to his namesake, Bo Jackson. Number 2, where he got his name. Bo's full name is Bo Joseph Bichette. His dad, Dante, was a huge fan of Bo Jackson, who is arguably the greatest athlete of all time, and has said that Jackson was his favorite player to watch. And ironically, Bo Bichette also excelled in 2 sports. However, Bo Jackson did it on a higher level. Bo's middle name is Joseph, which comes from Joseph Girardi, who was a longtime friend of Bo's dad. So, Bo is in fact named after 2 special athletes, and the way he's been playing, he's living up to those namesakes and making them proud. They would also be proud of Bo's incredibly ballsy draft night story. Number 1. Incredible draft night story. Every young baseball player dreams of playing in the majors. They've played out the draft night scenario hundreds of times in their head, but we doubt that Bo ever imagined himself turning down 4 different teams and even a $978,000 deal. But that's exactly what happened, as Bo had the opportunity to be selected before the second round. But he didn't feel right with the offers he was getting, so he considered going to Arizona State University until the Blue Jays called. The Blue Jays wanted to take him 66, and they were ready to give him a signing bonus of $978,000. But Bo shook his head and said no before hanging up. Talk about betting on yourself. We can only imagine how fast his heart was beating at that moment, and how quickly he picked the phone back up when the Blue Jays called again. But once again, Bo wasn't satisfied with the offer and said no. But with just 1 minute remaining before their pick was finalized, the Blue Jays called again, and with a $1.1 million final offer. This was exactly what Bo was waiting for, and he accepted the offer rather quickly. So it seems like Bo has been hitting homers on and off the field for a while. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so you're notified the next time we upload a new video. With that being said, you just watched 9 surprising facts about the best shortstop, Bo Bichette. See you next time.